Hello everyone, I am back with Lord of Mysteries Volume 5. I have finally read it. It took me a month or so. As you can see, the last review was on I think 8 October and today is 17 November. It took me almost like 1 month and 10 days or something to read this. So this is not the largest volume, but it took me the longest to read because this volume was like so and so somewhere. So let's jump into it. Here I have the LOTM wiki so I can realize what I have read so far. So this is volume 5 of Lord of the Mysteries. Volume 5 is called Red Priest and Red Priest means war. So this is the synopsis. Actually, I am going to go through the timeline. So Klein received therapy from Madame Audrey. That is different. Shio was promoted and whole other thing happened. So the main thing that happened was Amon. Literally at the beginning of the volume, he came to Backlund. Not personally, not his main body obviously, but a bunch of clones, and he's so menaced, and we dealt with him at the beginning of the novel, and like that hyped me up for this volume. Like they set the bar too high for this volume, and after that it was just side characters after side characters after side character, and that's why it took so long to read it. I was like reading 1-2 chapter, getting bored, dropping it, then reading 1-2 chapter, getting bored, dropping it. It took me so much to go through this one. So what happened was Amon or a lot of his clones came to Backlund, and we dealt with him with Leonard, aka the grandpa inside him, Pele Zora or something. So we dealt with him, and before dealing with him, let me see what that girl name is. He was such a menace, bro. Yeah, Flora Jacob. He told Flora Jacob that he deleted some of the potion abilities you get from the potion. After drinking it, you get the knowledge, and he deleted some of them, bro. How can you delete that? So the thing happened with Flora Jacob. She was going mad, and she was like the client's neighbor girl. I think her name was Helen. She was her master. She was like kind of hoping to parasitize her, but she was going mad, and because Arodis zapped her and Klein was going to deal with her, and then they both ran into Amon. Klein just literally dipped, and Amon killed her. Like he stole her identity, killed her, and he was going after Klein too, but we dealt with him. But the thing happened is he sent a letter before dying or before even attacking, bro. He's so menaced like, and he sent a letter to another clone. If I die here, that means Pele Zoroast is here in this street. So that happened. They hyped up literally in the beginning of the volume, and after that we went through a lot of side stories. Not one, not two, like a bunch of side stories, and that's it was boring. If they like sprinkle it a little bit, I wouldn't mind, but like it was one after another literally. So first thing was here, let me see, Shio joined the club, Tarot Club. Leonard joined the Tarot Club, and so first they explore the abandoned castle, one side story that they received from Mr. Moon. Then we dealt with Amon and stuff, and then what happened was, wait a second, let's see, the train stuff. Klein was coming back and the train stuff happened. Then we find out like Evernight Goddess is now altering Death God. She is creating a alt account. Now she will be the Death Goddess. So she sent this guy who is a survivor of the experiment of the artificial death, and now Klein is kind of leader of the death party too, only one branch. And here Amon came, everything was hyped up, everything was good. After that we dealt with Konos Kilgar and the guy. We went to sell those guns, all that like whole side story stuff. Then Emily invited into Scarlet Scholar, and he go on a side story to meet up with Sharon here, and they have a whole mission to hunt other vampires, which he called them artificial vampires. So that was a whole side story. We dealt with Mr. Moon, and we had a little bit of smaller tarot meeting and stuff. That stuff was fine, but like one after another, it got boring real quick. And here we hunted Konos Kilgore with the help of Madame Ariana. That was fine actually. And then Leonard, everyone is I think sequence 5 except for Shio and 4. 4 is sequence 6, and I think Shio is sequence 7. Then the Grosel travel stuff. Then we went with Klein, Leonard and Audrey went into Grosel's tower and deep inside the mind stuff, and they found out it was imagined by the dragon of imagination Anquilate. So that was also another side story. So till here, Tarot Club meeting 68, it took me a long time to read it. I would say till here it took me a month, and after here it took me a week. week, literally. This thing, like the airstrike, I just read it last week, not even last week, like literally few days ago, I think. I remember it very clearly. So this was all the side story kind of, and that's why it took me so long to read this novel, because they introduced Amon literally in the beginning, and he sent a message. The Amon other clone received the message, and I was hyped like he is going to show up, he's going to jump on Klein or stuff, but no. Then the air raid happened. We find out that the King George Augustus III is trying to be a black emperor. He's holding the Sequence Zero ritual, and he baited the empire to start a war. And then Klein realized that it was Adam who is preparing for his own Sequence Zero stuff, because his Sequence Zero has to do with the trend of the times or something, and that happened. So after here, the novel picked up again. It was epic. We planned with Tracy I still call her Tracy, and we have to defeat the 9 Mausoleum. Zoratel came here. Red Angel is also here, and we met with him, and we know that Amon is here somewhere, and Amon was just a postman wandering around the city. That was great. So till here everything was kind of boring, not going to lie. It was like 50-60% interesting mostly, and not much of the time. After this it was good. Then the City of Silver arranged a mission to literally go to the giant king courtyard, and they literally saw the sea and came back. They lost a few people, but like that side story was good actually. The only boring ones was like the Mr. Moon side story and like Madam Sharon stuff, and the Klein dealing with the gun. The gun dealing part was the whole side story was like, I know we are doing it to make connection, but it wasn't that interesting compared to the other part of the novel. And Algar drink another Sequence 5 potion and he is hoping to like summon the cross so he can get the another Beyonder characteristic out of him. And the ending, bro, they end it on a cliffhanger. If they ever like animate it, I mean they are going to animate the whole series, but they should drop this at the finale of the season. Like Amon was literally at the hotel. So what happened was the George Augustus III gave a speech and literally replaced himself with the imagined one. Probably Zeratul helped him. Zeratul was there, and the other guy, Abomination Suva, was saving one of the mausoleum, and Bernadette has a wishing lamp, literally a wishing lamp. You can use it to wish 10 wishes, but Roselle warned her like do not use more than 2 wishes. So she used her second wish to become a Sequence 1 for a day, and she was holding out one other angel. Klein imagined Madam Ariana and she just like erased herself and took over the, what do you call this imagined stuff actually. And he's Sequence 3 scholar of lore, not lore. He's actually scholar of lore. He has to get so much lore to become that scholar of yore. And we collected 22 different pathways blood to actually open the door in the mausoleum. So Tracy went into one. Klein imagined Mr. Isaac Agar as Death Council, and he imagined himself and that to one, and like literally dipped and went to the another mausoleum, and in that mausoleum was Zeratul. Literally they start fighting, and Madam Bernadette was fighting the angel of the Augustus family, and Madam Renee Tinker was finding Abomination Suva, and all this battle. This is literally a bigger version of the other battle that happened on that mountain that do not exist now. So everything happened, the fight happened, one mausoleum got destroyed, I think another one got destroyed or something. As long as Tracy destroyed one. She literally called for Cheek, Demoness Cheek, the primordial goddess, and she destroyed one. But George III like hide that destroyed one, so he was still like around. But then the big angel battle destroyed another one, and it failed. Klein dipped from there. He ran away from Zeratul after like it took us so long to run away from him into the history of the void or void of the history, whatever he called it. I am not remembering it now, and they do not mention it here. So he ran away from there. Everything is done. We are finally done. He went back to his hotel and there he is. His marionette Unini, the lucky guy, is sitting right there with a monocle. And Amon said, wait a second, let me see. I think I still have that chapter open. You see, this is part. Suddenly Klein's body trembled. His voice came to a halt as he froze on the spot. There was the marionette that Klein had lost. Winner Inuni. Don't randomly leave your marionette spirits around. They can be tracked. As he spoke, he slowly stood up. He casually took out a crystal bottle from his pocket and slowly wore it on his right eye. This is how they end the volume. End of 5th volume, Red Priest. It was so dope. And I think one guy also hyped it in the comment like volume 6 and other volume is his favorite. I think next time we are literally dealing with Amon, and how are we going to do it? Because he is literally menace. He can be the microbes around here. Like if you see, you get a virus and you look through microscope and see a bacteria wearing a monocle, you know you are amped up. And he literally do not just like parasite you, he literally replace you. I think he is the only villain that has ever made me fear. I'm like, what the heck? How can we deal with him? Can we even defeat him somehow? And also Adam was in the book. That was epic. Adam was literally right there for we don't know how long. Alright, I'm getting too much excited. I think that is it. Except for the side story, the beginning was epic. Amon was there. They, I think, hyped too much, and then the author introduced a bunch of side stories mostly. I mean, I wanted to know about all other side characters, but not like this. Like, give us some story, then like how it has been doing for so long. Give us some story, put a little bit of side story. Give us Klein, then put a side story. In this one, we like Klein was this much in the middle, and side story was this much. At the beginning and where he was like majority of the portion, it was epic. It was good actually. And they ended here. And I haven't read the next chapter. I literally ended here. I have to make a video. I'm like, yep. So Amon is a menace. He got Klein. I think he's going to parasitize him or something. And how is he going to save himself? Because literally no one is here. It's like you did a big bad mission. You won. You went back home. You sleep, you wake up, days pass by, and you're like, nice, it's a nice fine morning. And suddenly a guy with monocle show up. I would be shitting my pants. Alright, that is it for today, guys. I can't wait to read more. So it is volume 6 now, and volume 6 is called, let me see actually, Light Seeker. This volume is called Red Priest, and Red Priest was majority of the part, but he's still out there. We haven't dealt with it. When I read that volume is called Red Priest, I thought we are going to deal with that Red Angel Medici, like we are going to finally be done with him. But nope, he's still out there. He's teaming up with that Katrina, Demoness Katrina. He's teaming up with her, and they are cooking something in the background. And Zeratul is also going for us, and the Saphira Castle or Sephiroth Castle or Saphira Castle. Oh my god, I forgot its name. It is one of the Sephiroth, one of the 8 or 9. It is called Saphira Castle. Oh, and when he went to get the eyes, a pair of eyes from the demonic wolf in the spirit world, that was epic. The wolf shows up. He saw Klein. The wolf dipped. Klein is like, he just ran away. Then wolf show up again with the other guy, and they are both missing one eye, and they are like, here, master, your eyes, you need these. And that was crazy. And they were also protecting him from the Zeratul in the void of the history or history of the void, whatever that name is actually. So they stopped Zeratul for a second or two mostly, and that gave Klein enough time to run away. Also Ouroboros, I forgot, Ouroboros or Will Osoptin used the charm yesterday once more and also came to help us. What else? Am I not missing anything? Yes, everyone is almost sequence 5, not almost, everyone is sequence 5. Algar is sequence 5. Madame Katla is already a demigod. Leonard is sequence 5. Audrey is sequence 5. The Sun is sequence 5 for so long. And who else? Mr. Moon is sequence 5. Force and Shio. Force is sequence 6, I think. Her sequence 5 is Scribe, or her sequence 6 is Scribe. Sequence 5 is the Traveler. She is waiting for to become Traveler. And Shio is sequence 6 or 7, I think. And she is waiting for some money and digester potion. So we are fairly actually strong, on the stronger side. Other organizations have angels to sequence 9. We only have sequence 5 in line. And we have none of the angels. Technically, it's all Klein. Alright, I think that is it. It is almost done. Let's see if I haven't left anything. So Evernight Goddess is still digesting the death pathway. So she's going to get strong. She has the Evernight pathway. Now she's going to absorb death. And you can absorb other pathway to literally become the god of the god, because that's what the creator of the city of silver or the kingdom of silver was. And Evernight Goddess was from that time. She was floating, and they are all member of the Red Redemption, or it is called Red Redemption, I think, that organization. That just shows how strong it is. And I think that is it for today, guys. Like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time. And I'm hyped for Amon, I think. Maybe too much hype. And that is it, guys. Bye bye.